Welcome back to our class. Then start soil as a resource. Okay, soil, the uppermost layer of earth crust is called soil. It is the thin layer of grainy substance that covers the surface of the earth. The soil consists of a mixture of tiny particles of disintegrated rocks, minerals, organic matter and bacteria. The right mix of minerals or organic matter makes the soil fertile. The landform of a place determines the type of soil. Soil is a very important natural resource and the quality of soil at any place is a declining factor to what kind of crops. Agriculture. Agriculture can be practiced only if soil is conducive to growth of plants. Materials required for man's shelter and clothing comes from the soil only. Forest and wildlife can exist only if the soil is available for the growth of forest. Then formation of soil. Soil is formed due to the process of weathering of rocks through wind, water flow, temperature, etc. They act on rocks and break them into tiny particles over a long period of time. These loose rock materials settle down on the crust of the earth and, if left undisturbed, undergo physical and organic changes. Such changes lead to formation of soil. Formation of soil slow process. It takes thousands of years to form a thin layer of soil. Soil can be few centimeters or 3 meters deep. Beyond this depth, rocks lack the elements required for the growth of the plants. The importance of the soil lies in its fertility. The color, texture and fertility of soil vary from place to place. Okay, so there are several factors. That decide what kind of soil we have at a place. Some of them are relief, humus and climate. Okay, now soil profile or types of soil. Soil is formed in layers. If we cut down the soil vertically, we will be able to see the different layers of soil. A view of distinctive layers of soil from the ground surface downwards to where the soil meets the underlying rocks is known as soil profile. The soil profile is often a meter deep. There are four distinct layers of the soil. These are topsoil, subsoil and weathered rock. Okay. Then soil erosion and conservation of soil. Removal of topsoil from one place to another through natural agents like flowering water or winds is called soil erosion. Okay. So if it is not checked, it can lead to soil degradation or depletion of soil. It is also called by large-scale deforestation, overgrazing by cattle, overuse of chemical fertilizers or pesticides, rainwash, landslides, flood and unscientific agricultural practices. So presence of soil is extremely important for any place to have good crops. Some methods of soil conservation are mulching, contour barriers, terrace farming, intercropping, contour plowing, shelter beds and rock dam. So these are the methods of soil conservation. Let's start mulching. Okay. So in arid and semi-arid regions, plants are covered with mulch or layers of organic matter like wet straw or leaves. Okay, leaves to help soil retain moisture. Mulching prevents soil erosion and wet soil is not easily blown away. Then come to contour barriers. Stones, grass, soil are used to build barriers along contours. Trenches are made in front of the barriers to collect water. Then come to terrace farming. Flat steps are made on the steep slopes so that flat surfaces are available to grow crops. It also reduces the speed at which the rainwater flows down. By reducing the surface runoff, it checks soil erosion. Okay. Then come to intercropping. Okay, two or more crops are grown in alternated rows and are shown at different times to protect the soil from being washed away by rain. It is called intercropping. Contour plowing. Contour plowing means cultivation of crops along the natural, that is natural contours of hill slope to form a natural barrier for water to flow down. Then come to shelter belts. Shelter belts, coastal and desert regions experience high speed winds which blow away soil covers. Rows of trees planted around farms act as a shield against strong winds. This reduces the effects of wind erosion. Then last is rock dam. Rocks are piled up to slow down the flow of water. This prevents gullies and further soil loss. Okay. So students, which of these methods of soil conservation have you ever seen? So here we have completed